I'd like to do right now is I'm going to turn, this is still spiritual, I hope, but if you've already got your phone out, I'm going to ask you to open a document that you have available to you, because I want to give you a little bit of information on all the neat things that God's been doing at Calvary San Diego. And I think in the end of this year, we're going to look back on today, the small things, as a big moment for you and me. And I'm excited about that. Now, if you have a smartphone, take out your phone. If you have not already downloaded the Calvary San Diego app, you can also get it. Daryl, can they get this on the calvarysd.com? So you can go to www.calvarysd.com and you can access the information there. If you have our app, it'll be the very first thing on the very top of the page. If you can't find it, ask your neighbor. If they don't find it, just look like you think, like you know what just pretend. Lie to me. Just kidding, you don't need to lie to me, but. Oh, my friends, what a year. I am so thankful for all that God has done in 2024. You know, Joy and I were just kind of like, boy, it's been a weekend for us. We had actually 4 people in our lives that passed away. And it's been a thing for us this weekend, but it's also been a moment for us to say, wow, Lord, you've also been really faithful and really good. And we're beginning, for me and Joy, you know, we always look at our lives, we always kind of track our lives in the seasons that God brings us into. And we're beginning our 7th year here at Calvary San Diego. I can't believe that. It's kind of nuts. And we're kind of like, Lord, we love the year 7. The year 7's a good year in the Bible. Now I say that and then all hell breaks. No, I'm just kidding. I think I'm just believing God, not that everything is going to be great and everything's going to be hunky-dory, but just that we're gonna taste and see how good the Lord has already been and how good he'll continue to be. And the reason I even say that about our time here is because it's, you know, kind of just experiencing what we have these last few days and just saying, Lord, we're trusting in you, we're believing in you. And then seeing how faithful God has been to us as a church. Oh, friends, if you're listening, how many of you have only been here in the last year? Raise your hand if you're new to Calvary San Diego the last year. Raise your hand. There's a lot of you. What about the last 2 years? Keep your hands up if you're a year. Last 2 years, even more. Last 3 years, even more. Last 4 years, 5, 7. More than half. That's what we've been tracking is like, it's like a whole new church and a whole new thing, kind of a post-COVID, everybody's new, it's really fun, we love it. We love those of you that are pre-COVID, it's like AD, BC, AD, we love it. We love it all. But the reason I am bringing that up is because, man, there's been so much change. Last year, we were next door at McMillan. You guys remember when we were at the school next door? I think we have even pictures of what our sanctuary used to be. Do we have any pictures of that? Yeah, we have some. This is what it was, and yeah, go ahead. Yeah. 2018 to today. Been a big change. You know, I've told you this before, but those of you that are kind of new, I'm gonna pick up my pace here. Listen to this. God provided the resources. We didn't use tithe money to renovate this building. Can you believe that? Yeah. I was in Vegas one day. I'm just kidding. That's a joke. That was a joke. Come on. Put it all on red. It's a biblical. No, I didn't. Nothing like that happened. Because God opened up opportunities for us as a church to engage in that provided the resources so that not a dollar of tithe money was used to renovate. We knew we needed to for the glory of God, but we didn't want to just like spend money, and yet somehow that happened. If you can believe it, it's a pretty powerful thing. Very exciting. This year, we have sent out our first homegrown missionaries from Calvary San Diego. Now, we've sent out people in the past, and we still support those people, but like in this new season of the last 7 years, we sent out our amazing family, Kyle and Anna Yuns. We love these guys. We currently have 11 missionary families that we support around the world. We are not trying to support hundreds. We want to be really good at supporting tens. And as God grows us, then we'll do that. But we just want to be really good and faithful in what we have. And so I'm really, 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 truly grateful for that. So this this just speaks to us so much. You know, we kind of have these values that you walk through on the TVs. Is it Drew? Are you the one doing that? If you could put up the screen that says local church, and the next one I want you to put up is global heart. We have these values that we talk about all the time. The importance of the Word of God, the importance of being over doing, and the importance of relationship. On the global heart side, we say this: kingdom-centered, intentional, and missional. These aren't just like little phrases we have on TVs, but these are things that we believe that we're to value here at Calvary San Diego. And that impacts the way we see our local environment and the way we see the world around us. It's important to us, and we want to keep growing in that and seeing that grow in you more and more and more. What I'm going to do is, we have some ministries that happen all the time, some ministries that happen some of the time, and I'll just briefly talk to you about that. We serve your kids from middle school all the way down to preschool every single week. Can we give a big clap to those that serve our kids? It was an amazing year at Calvary, kids. We only lost 4 kids this year. It's great. No, just kidding. I'm just kidding. We didn't lose any kids, yeah. No, we've seen unbelievable. I mean, if you have an interest in the ministry and you want to see actual fruit, serve in the kids' ministry. It is so wonderful to watch our kids learning about Jesus at their different age-appropriate way. Our youth teams just are brilliant. We have an amazing middle school group. Oh my gosh, Luis and the team, they're amazing. Most of our middle school leaders are high schoolers. We've had weeks where we had one week where our kids ministry leaders were sick, so our middle school pastor did the kids, and guess who did our middle school kids? Our high schoolers. And they crushed it. And now you're like, I ain't sending my kid back to there. No. They crushed it. They were amazing. Some of you high schoolers are in the room. I see you. You were amazing. I want you in there and leading our young people more and more and more. We have a wonderful ministry in our young adults as well. Not only young adults, but also young married couples. Our young married couples come together once a month. Listen, young is a number. So if you're a young married couple, I'll let you decide. You should check out, they're meeting again in 2 weeks. It's a wonderful time. Carlos and Nick run that, and there's food, and there's just, you want to learn. I mean, I think those of us that are not young married couples, I would have loved to have had a group like that. So can I say it on behalf of the older married couple, how great the younger married couple's monthly gathering is and how important it is. We also have monthly gatherings for our men and our women. And you can check all of this out in our calendar on the website and the app. But what fruit there has been this year in our men's ministry and in our women's ministry. You know, our men's ministry, they go out monthly to the community to just serve. We've connected with our friends, the Barragan family, who run the House of Boxing, to provide some great ministry outreaches. And weekly, we have a group of men, and I want us to really clap them up for this. This is so beautiful. We partner with the San Diego Rescue Mission as one of our ministries, but we have a group of men who faithfully every week connect the mobile shower and take it wherever they tell us to, so that our homeless community has access to mobile showers. And our men do that every single week. Yeah. And then they show up here on Saturday morning to set up the chairs so that we can all come and sit in here. Yeah, let's give them a clap too, because one week I'll have them not do it, and then you'll be clapping for them. Okay, yeah. Y'all be sitting on, on the ground or whatever, Yeah, no, just faithful, and they're embarrassed that I'm highlighting them right now. They're those guys. I love it. I love that we have men like that. I'm so thankful. I would like to offer a very special and a really, really warm full year of ministry to our deaf community that has been happening. We love you. We love that we get to be connected to you. Thank you for being a part of Calvary San Diego. Our kids ministry, we have a sweet little part of our kids ministry called Better Together. And it's our ministry for our amazing families that have kids that are affected by disability. And we have a great group of kids, and kids, they're not all kids. Some of them are adults. And we love them so much because they teach us so much about the gospel of Jesus Christ. Every week we get to serve families where maybe we've got some kids in the classroom. Some of our amazing young people are in here with we call them a buddy. We'll have buddies that'll partner up and just serve them and be with them. We are so thankful that you parents get to come into church. We hope it's a blessing to you. If you ever want to serve in that ministry, families or people, Better Together is the greatest on-ramp you're going to have. I think it's the most special, beautiful thing. Better Together is an important ministry to us. That leads me into some of our bigger things that we do throughout the year, and it's coming up really soon. We have a special needs egg hunt that is coming up in 3 months. This will be year four for us of doing this. The 4th year we're doing this, where we're sending out word to our entire San Diego County, and we're saying this: we want to have a special day for your kids that are affected by disability, that they could come out here and they can get eggs and they can have fun, and the fire department will be here and the police will be here, and there'll be trains to ride around. There will be more fun in that day. We're just going to pound it with fun. We have eggs specially built for our kids that don't see. They're beeping eggs. We have eggs for those that are mobility affected. They're in their wheelchair. They got a magnet stick, and they stick the eggs with magnets. We got eggs for everybody to be able to experience that. If you want to see where I believe Jesus would be on that day, you should come and be a part of the special needs egg hunt. That's where Jesus would be. Forgot my glasses. I'm almost done. I know I'm late. If you're new and you're like, dang, they go long. Not normally. Normally longer. No, hold on. We did a couple great outreaches this last year. We went on a couple of great trips. We were in Colombia. We were in Ethiopia. We're doing outreach trips. We're doing a tour this year. And then we're doing kind of care trips that we're trying to figure out and work on. Nigeria is this year is the 20th anniversary of the churches in Nigeria that we've been a part of planting. In 2005, one of my best friends, Prince, he was just here with us for the weekend. Prince, and he's now in Sacramento, so otherwise he'd be here sharing. But in 2005, he moved back to Nigeria after being a refugee, and he moved back to plant a church. And since then, 12 churches have gotten started around the country. Yeah. So we're going to support their thing this year. We're going to Israel. We haven't done this since 2019. We're going to take a tour to Israel. If you want to go on that, information's on our app or website. You should sign up. Space will get limited real quick. You should sign up pretty soon. It's going to be a fantastic time. And we're going to Peru as an outreach. We have not gone in a while. It's been a minute as a church that we've gone there. But we have wonderful relationships with churches there. And so we're going to be going there really, really soon. In just a second, I'm going to go over like kind of our giving, where it's been, what it looks like, and so on, so you can prepare those. I'll be there in just a moment. I've highlighted our shower ministry. Gosh, there's just so many things that are happening, and I don't think we're very good at and I mean that because it's me, not the team, but me. We need to count our wins more often. And this year, I hope to be able to do that for each one of us. We just want to count our wins more. They're not ours, they're the Lord's. But the wins have been so beautiful and so powerful and so important. So many people so deeply impacted. And I'm really, truly, truly grateful for that. I'll mention one more thing, and then I'll do I always kind of end with the finances so you leave with guilt. I'm just kidding. That's not true. That's not true. I just normally do that just because it's at the end of the slides that he has. But I want to mention another ministry that I'm so proud of that we're a part of. Actually, maybe you'll want to pull these up because it's so significant, Drew. It's going to be our high school outreach. We started the year with the opportunity to go to a few of our local public high schools that have what are called faith clubs. They might be called something different on every campus, but in essence, they are clubs that are volunteer clubs started by the students, run by the students, organized by the students of that school, and they're able to invite people to come on to help support them in their work. And we got to go on to a few campuses Olympian High School, Bonita Valley. I think we were at Eastlake a little bit. We were certainly at Otay Ranch. This was at the beginning of 2024. We just committed to weekly, we're going to go. And here's what we do. Because we're, Daryl goes out there and a few others. We are the old people and we bring food. Remember the movie, If You Build It, They Will Come? Our view is if you feed them, they will come. And some people are like, oh, we shouldn't be giving just a bunch of pizza to kids to bribe them. Bro, grow up. First of all, let me just say this. I'll do it all day long. It's not bribery. It's this. If you've ever been on one of our high school campuses, they're really crowded, really full, and they feed them. But if you wait to get the food, you'll miss the whole service. And so we want to make sure they get food. So here's what's happened. This is the point that I'm getting at. Pretty early on last year, the people that kind of run these campus ministries around San Diego County said, would you be willing to partner with us by taking lead over this program that's here in the San Diego County? And we were like, yes. They're like, do you want to pray about it, Lord? And then we said, yes. Of course. The opportunity, Daryl, how many campuses are we on now? 12 campuses in San Diego. Most of these, especially, like you guys, I don't know if the videos can quite do justice to explain. Many, and I mean more of these groups are over 120 kids who are coming on their own free time to read the Bible and talk about Jesus. How many of you all did that when you were in high school? Don't worry, okay. Listen, I stand before you to say, for those who say, California, we're going to hell in a handbasket and everything is wrong, not for these kids. I'm so impressed with our young people and their commitment to Christ. They come, they gather, they give up their time. They're growing in incredible ways. We're focused this year on not only being there. Now, here's where it gets even better. We can't go to 12 campuses every week. So we've partnered with how many other churches? 16 other churches to go out and serve. And yes, we bring food, but they want to talk about Jesus, and here's what we're doing. We're just committed to serving them. So if you're an alumni from one of those, you should visit this website and you should give money for pizza because pizza saves lives, okay? Just kidding. Pizza doesn't save lives, but anyways, yeah. But what it does do is it gives us an opportunity to preach the gospel. And here's the thing. This is being led by 17 and 18-year-olds. Guess what we started this year? We found out we can do this on middle schools. So now we're on 2 middle schools. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th graders, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. They're all coming together. And a 7th grader is leading it. Sometimes a 6th grader. It's unbelievable. Guys, we don't all get to go to these things, but they're all happening because we're doing something, because we're believing and we're praying, and it's an amazing. I cannot overtalk how important that one is. So every year I've committed as a church to saying, here's where our finances are. We had a great year. I want you to just put up the. What I'm going to do is put up the very. The second to last one, the monthly tithing one. The monthly tithing one. So this is going to give you an idea. This is what I call the condemnation slide. I'm just kidding, though. It's not meant to be that way. I'm going to explain it to you, but I'll let you just look at it and live in there for a second. So I want to explain the difference of how by the way, this is no pitch like this isn't going to end with a square to give going around or tap to give going around, It's already built into the chairs this year, so it's already taking your money right now. I'm just kidding. Now, I think that one thing that we're going to be changing in how we describe it is oftentimes we'll describe giving as giving, when really the Bible describes it as tithing. And I want to explain tithing in about 15 seconds. Tithing is an Old Testament principle for Jewish citizens of Israel. And so for many New Testament Christians, we say, well, tithing is not biblical in the New Testament. Let me answer that question. You are absolutely correct. Tithing is not the same in the New Testament as it is in the Old Testament. In the Old Testament, the tithe literally means the 10th. They were to give 1/10 of their income to the temple and to the the priests. And so we're like, whoo, thank God, New Testament does not require the tithe. Absolutely correct. The New Testament does not require the tithe. The New Testament does something even more. It says, out of the generosity of what Christ has done in our lives, we should actually do more. So I'm super bummed to tell you that, and I know that hurts you. You're not being taxed. The kingdom of heaven is not a taxation. It's an opportunity. And so the way we did this year, we thought we would give you a clearer sense of, some of you are right in your wheelhouse. And I want you to just kind of look at that, figure out where you are in that number, and then make a decision this year. Do I want to stay where I am, or do I want to see God change that in 2025? Why would I do that? Simple reason. Those who give are blessed. Those who give will be blessed. Now, I'm not some kind of faith preacher that says if you give, then your sickness is going to go away. No. That's what I'm talking about. I'm saying those who give, those who tithe, experience blessing from God. I will not be able to explain it in a deeper, more rich way other than to say, try it. And just watch the faithfulness of God. We are a very blessed church. This number does not reflect some kind of a guilt or condemnation on our part, but we believe it's important. It is a significant thing for me as a pastor to remind all of us, listen, nothing is harder. If you thought prayer was harder, tithing is even harder. But it is where we will experience blessing from God. So you look at this and decide, is that where I want to be in 2025 in my relationship with Christ as it relates to tithing? If it is, may the Lord bless you richly. If it is not, may the Lord also give you great faith to step into what. Some of you are like, no, I want to do less. May God work in you, okay? But maybe you're like, oh, wow, that kind of hits. That kind of strikes. If so, may God just lead you and direct you as you see fit in this year. Would you go to the last slide now, por favor? We'll finish here. Or was that in 2024, this was the prayer that we had last year. Expanded outreach, a fresh heart, and a deeper work of God. And I believe that God answered that richly. And I'll say this, I don't have some new vision like in 2025 is the year of, that we don't have that. 2025 is the year I just want to keep going deeper in the things of God. I want to see him richer in your life and in my life. I'm selfish. I want him to be richer in my life too. And I want him to go deeper in your life. The small things, the little things, let's see God be faithful. Wow, I went so long. You guys were amazing. You stuck with it. If you're new and you come back, we will never be done this long. I will bribe you with tacos, okay? If you need prayer, there'll be some people here to pray with you. Otherwise, let's go enjoy tacos and fellowship and community. The Lord bless you and have an amazing week. Wednesday night, we're back here at 6:30. God bless you guys.